So I argued many times that AI is evil, and there may be some sort of positive use to it if our whole planetary consciousness was at a different level, but it's not, so it's evil. And I was kind of, well, this isn't funny, it's very serious, but in a way it's kind of funny. A recent example, I never really thought about this when I've seen this before, like any kind of AI generated animation or anything that I've seen was beyond disturbing. I've never seen one moment of artificial intelligence animation or reconstruction of whatever graphics that weren't disturbing. But the fact, I stumbled across an article saying something about, there's things about how Will Smith had some sloppy a crowd AI in his video, and they freeze framed, and these people look like demons, you know. So I've argued that AI is evil. And it's an evil child being created by materialists. Well, and so if you look at some of these images, and they're saying, well, in a year from now, this will be fixed. We won't have that problem. Well, you should pay attention to AI in its infant state, because in its infant state, it's showing its real colors, as in, like, I don't know, demon faces. I mean, I don't believe in demons, but I believe in entities that will tap into our worst fear and show up like that. I know that for a fact. I've done experiments with that, and devices I've created to populate entities. And if you're in a negative mood, or if you're a person who's selfish, you're going to see something that's terrifying. And I don't want to say that I'm happy about those images, but it definitely contributes to my point. Is, you know, so you're seeing this evil child, this evil consciousness being built by humans, and we're actually seeing the faces shift into something that will be attached to our worst nightmares. I mean, so that's reassuring, knowing that, oh, this glitch will be fixed in about a year once we fine-tune AI images to not look dynamic. No, you should pay attention to those images. Never look at disturbing images, but you should pay attention to the fact. Look at it once, store it somewhere in your mind, and you don't need to keep looking at it, because that'll propagate negative energy. So yeah, you have these horrendous-looking faces. There's nothing exciting about pressing a button or inserting some prompts and having some program create something for you. I mean, it's anti-art. It's devoid of every element that makes art a human endeavor. You know, I mean, it's like you can use help, you know, like, you know, for musicians, like for years, you know, you want to have a fast electronic beat, make it 152 beats per minute. Yeah, and then you layer it with human elements, so you can use a little bit of that. It's not taking over in the middle of your composition and doing its own stuff. It's not just a hodgepodge. No, you're in full control of what you've programmed into it. That's okay. That's a little bit of artificial. That's a little bit of an artificial element to what you're doing. You know, these creations, these videos, these layers of CGI AI stuff is just so lazy, and it's so uninteresting. And so yeah, this was a quick little clip where I just wanted to say, look at these images, look at the freeze frames from that Will Smith video. I mean, you are seeing evil because articulated visually, how we would perceive evil, because this consciousness isn't fully calibrated yet. This evil consciousness, which is AI, it's right there in front of your face. I mean, and we also had a casualty. I'm sure there's been many more casualties, but the one I brought up in a recent clip was from the New York Times a couple days ago, you know, where they had some kid commit suicide. And so we're seeing not only deaths, we're seeing casualties, we're actually seeing the beast right in front of us. You know, look at these. Those images are horrendous. You know, it's been I think 3 years since I stumbled across accidentally the first AI generated like cartoon, which was like something out of my worst nightmare. And now they're so lazy that they're just leaving in layers of non-fine-tuned fillers, like these crowd fillers in this Will Smith video. And there you go. I mean, if having like satanic imagery all over live shows and pop music, Super Bowl, whatever, people coming out with horns on, I mean, if that's not enough, now you're actually seeing these ridiculous images. Something to think about. Something to think about.